It's 107.7 The End. Kim Monroe with Thom Yorke of Radiohead. It's very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Kim.
Well, thank you. And we're just hanging out after show. Finished off a great set at the Gorge at a beautiful venue. What did you think of it?
It was really intimidating. Very intimidating. It was a bit of a weird sort of setup. Like there was lots of people moshing down the front at the beginning. And that was it. Totally threw us because we haven't done a gig like that for a long time where people have moshed. And yet there's all these people on the hill, like a long way off. Mm-hmm. So it was quite confusing gig, but it got better.
So the moshing was a little intimidating to you, or it was just weird to see?
Yeah, it was weird to see because they were having a really good time, so it was sort of fine. But it was just so distracting. It was like some sort of orgy going on right in front of you while you're trying to concentrate.
So how is that? Would you say that's a big difference between American audiences and English audiences?
No, definitely not. I mean, the audiences on this tour so far have been amazing, actually. Really kind of like, where we played so far, Houston, Denver, and they've all been really cool, actually. I mean, I think, people were just well excited, and that was fine. So, but everything was all right. After we played the brand new song that nobody knew, and we felt better about ourselves, I think we were just really wound up.
So far, I mean, this is just the very, very beginning of the tour, so everything feels really good.
Yeah, it doesn't take long for me to go stark raving mad, though. I mean, like, maybe it's just because we've travelled across, we've gone from Houston to here in, like, less than a week. And that's a lot of bus journeys. I mean, I don't fly unless I have to, so that's an awful lot of sitting on the bus. Touring in America is a strange experience. I can't quite explain why, but it is. I guess it's because it's not, where we're from. It's not Europe, and there's no point of reference. So you start to go a little bit loopy. I mean, one of our managers has had to go home because he just can't take it.
Already?
Yeah, we're only a week in.
Wow.
See, we're complete girls.
But as far as like the American audiences and stuff, just it's no point of reference as to why it's strange. But it's got to be a good feeling when you come here and completely packed houses, and a lot of the music that's hot in the U.S. right now is, well, let's face it, pretty hard, and all that rock, rap, but the same kids that are buying Korn records are right there buying Radiohead records, and they're out there in the audience.
Mad, that's completely mad. I've noticed, I think it's best not to analyse in any way. It's sort of one of the coolest things about it, actually, is that people have just been pretty mellow. When we were just sort of doing OK Computer and stuff, it was touring over here. It was a little bit sort of intense. I don't know. When we meet people and that, sometimes it just sort of a little bit hysterical, And like this time, there's not that at all. It's sort of really mellow, and people just sort of, all right, how's it going? Meet you in the street and have a nice chat, and that's it. And it's great, actually. It's really great.
It's weird, as I was preparing over the last week, thinking about, okay, I'm going to talk with Thom Yorke. What do you say? I mean, what kind of things would interest you?
The thing is, why are you such a miserable git? That's the normal one I get. Yeah.
See, I wouldn't say miserable. Mysterious. You seem to be more of a mysterious entity to most people.
Really? Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's because I'm not very outgoing sometimes, except when I've been drinking heavily, like most people.
Right.
I don't.
Well, because you don't do a lot of interviews, or not a big MTV kind of band or anything like that, and the tour for Kid A was only 12, 13 dates in the U.S. Before this full-on tour.
Actually, no, it was more like 2.
Was it only 2?
Yeah, we did this great smoke and mirrors trick.
So it was just a couple of shows, and then you're back. So why did you not? Was it because you knew Amnesiac was coming so quickly after that, and then planning the tour?
No, it was really much more to do with the fact that we didn't think we could handle it. We really didn't think that we could cope. And which obviously, sounds pretty pathetic, but sort of coming back and doing, basically going on the circuit again, the music business thing was really frightening, and we didn't want to end up where we were before. sort of, because that took a long time to recover, and I still don't know quite why, but it did. So the Kid A thing was, when that came out, and we only did 2 gigs in America, and we did, we did the gigs that we did in Britain, we did even before the album came out, so nobody knew any of the material at all. We sort of did all that because we just couldn't stand the idea of just becoming part of the machinery again. I sort of had a problem with it, really. But you do things like this. This is how you do it. Mm-hmm. Lots of people sort of telling you that, like when we're doing OK Computer, and so this time it was sort of like, revenge.
So it's just like, okay, this is what we're going to do, and you're just going to deal with it, right? Basically. Well, it must be good to be in that place, and I think I think that's awesome that you can command that kind of control of your art, of what you want to do. I think that's pretty commendable.
It's like, it's really a survival thing.
How so?
Well, just because in order to sort of stay in the correct place, in your head, you have to sort of do it. It's a way of protecting yourself. That's why, I mean, it was revenge, and it was quite sweet, but it was actually, it was because there's so much bullshit, we couldn't deal with it, basically.
I see. But when you sat back one day, however many years ago, and thought, about being a musician, you wanted to be in a band and write these wonderful songs and play them for all of your friends, and then maybe a few more, and it turned into what Radiohead is. I mean, is this what you expected? Did you not think about the fact that it could get to this point?
No. I mean, I do a lot of thinking, but it's never really about this, because it's a waste of energy. I mean, the only time I did start thinking about it was OK Computer, and it went wrong. That's I think that's actually when it all started going wrong. I mean, I look forward to telling my little boy about it when he's old enough to understand what I'm talking about. Right now, he's not old enough to understand anything except me singing him stupid songs. So that's about it, really. That's kind of how I look at it. Okay, guess what? Your dad did this.
Well, that's great, and congratulations, by the way. How's it feel being a new daddy?
It's pretty good, actually. Yeah.
How old is he now?
He's 5 months now. And I've got like a videotape of him doing. Well, I mean, he doesn't do much. He runs on the spot. Well, he doesn't run on the spot. His legs flail around for a while, and that's enough for me.
It must be hard though now to be on the road and be away from him.
Yeah, it is. But it'll be okay. That's me and Rachel knew that was going to be the way when it happened. So.
That's great. Well, good for you. So now I got to ask a question that a lot of I feel that Radiohead fans wonder is kind of like the 2 records now that are out, Kid A and Amnesiac, worlds apart from, say, the Bends, and definitely from Pablo Honey, and you don't do any songs that far back anymore, at least, not. Why is that?
Just don't have the inclination at the moment, but that sort of might change. But this is, the songs that we're playing at the moment, the songs that are still turning us on. So, and it's just as simple as that, really. Well,
there's no question that for a Radiohead fan, this was a fan show. There were great songs that, my friend and I were both just like, oh my God, they're doing this one, So it was very cool. But you venture away from some of the, I mean,
yeah, all the singles almost, virtually every single one. Whoops, except from Paranoid Android. Yeah. Well, that's all right. We can do that. That's, whatever. High and dry. Not much chance of playing that. We play Fake Plastic Trees, but only every now and again. What else is there? Oh, Creep, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah, no, we'll probably play that one day, just to piss people off.
Just when they're not expecting it.
Yeah, definitely. We were actually, there's this festival in Holland, and we actually had a bet with each other that we were going to just walk straight on and do Creep, but we bottled out.
When was the last time you played it live?
I have no idea, actually.
It's been that long.
About 4 years ago.
Really? Don't miss it right now?
No. Oh, no. Well, there's lots of songs I don't miss, not just that one.
So after Amnesiac, now, am I right in remembering something that I read, that there was like 2 more albums still yet to come?
Hope not.
No.
I really hope not. No.
I remember, I don't know, it was probably like one of those internet things that it was like, oh, there's going to be 4 of them, coming within so many months' time.
Well, no, we originally, what was going to happen was the stuff that we did was going to be EPs. We weren't even going to release albums. But, no, I mean, no, really, we've got stuff kicking around. It's funny, you know, there's like a lot of, I mean, if you're a total Radiohead freak, you know, there's like on the websites and stuff, there's bootlegs of all these songs that we've never actually sort of committed properly to tape, like Lift and Man and War and all this. And one day we're going to do it, and because they're probably some of the best songs we've written, but we've never managed to actually get them to do what we want them to do, which is incredibly frustrating, but that's just the way it is, you know. So that's probably where that comes from. It's great that you know, even though we don't actually know quite how to finish a song, that people still have access to it.
The internet's kind of an interesting thing. Things just tend to get out there. Are you okay with that?
Oh, yeah. Great. When we did this tour well before Kid A even came out, I mean, we had like basically most of both albums were flying around the internet within 2 shows. And they were in Europe, in the middle of nowhere as well, in like the south of France and that, but it didn't matter. That was brilliant.
So if there was one thing that you wanted to let your fans in Seattle know about Radiohead, one deep, dark secret, what would it be?
I don't think we're going to split up yet. It's okay. Well, no deep, dark secrets, really. Actually, sort of a genuine thanks for being really mellow with us while we're here. That was really cool. We, you know, me and Johnny, we walked around town quite a lot yesterday, and people were just really cool. And people like music in this town as well, which is good.
Yeah, they sure do.
So, pat on the back for that. Well done.
And obviously they like Radiohead a whole lot, and so do we. So, Thom, thank you. It was great to meet you.